Like the dark is always just something you're afraid of, you know. It's part of the unknown. Is that something that you really like about this idea as a whole, you know, building on something like that?
Absolutely. I mean, the fear of the dark is really the fear of the unknown, which is because you don't know what's hiding in the dark, which meant that it was really important for me to get this film to be dark enough, you know, because the tendency of Hollywood in horror movies is often to, you know, it's not dark, it's just blue light, and you can really see everything. So it was very important for me that this movie had actual darkness where things could hide. I like horror movies that don't show too much, because what you imagine things to be are always more terrifying than when you actually see.
When a movie starts with a base fear, the dark, I mean, is it something that you're like automatically, like everyone's afraid of the dark. There's no one who's not, probably. You know, is that something that you kind of look at and you go, good start, let's go from there? I mean, especially when you start with something that's 2 minutes long.
Yeah, I think it's one of those, when I saw the concept, I'm like, this is genius. And I couldn't believe that no one had ever gone right at it. It sort of reminded me of Jaws, how everyone's afraid of the water, except there's a lot more dark out there than there is water in the universe. And we knew we were off to a really good start.
Don't you want to see a movie soon where putting yourself under the covers protects you no matter what? Like it's a shield?
Yeah, wouldn't that be great? It didn't work for me though, but
when I was a kid, I remember being afraid of the dark.
Yeah. And did the comforter, the bedspread work for you? Was it the good barrier between you and the dark?
When you put the thing with a flashlight inside.
Did you see the trailer first, or did you see the script first? How did it come
I was
up?
offered the role, and I looked at the trailer, the short film right away, and I was just really impressed that this couple could make this short film in an apartment in Sweden and get so many hits, and people were so excited about it, and then it would become this Hollywood film.
Do you like haunted houses? Do you like being scared? Is that something you enjoy?
I hate it. I hate haunted houses. I hate being scared. I hate when someone goes from behind like my son does, and I'm like, so I'm not a big fan. But when I saw this movie the other day, it was really fun because I was with two of my good friends and screaming the whole time.
For this film, you started with a short. How was the process of expanding it, making the world bigger? You know.
Yeah, I mean, the good thing is that it's such a strong concept, and the short doesn't really have a story, so the feature could be anything as long as we stay true to that concept and the feel of that film. So that was something we did. We worked with the screenwriter Eric Heiser, who's fantastic, who, you know, I mean, the screenplay is really, if you remove the ghost, the supernatural aspects of it, it's kind of like a family drama.
Right.
Because we have such great actors, you know.
It could have been anything, but when you read the script that Eric wrote around this idea, it's a real family drama and very complicated. I played a very complicated character, the mother who is schizophrenic, who has so many demons, and you don't quite understand her love for her kids and what's happening most of the film. It was so fun to play.
You know, as a producer, when you go out there and you're looking for new opportunities, what makes you, like, is it a number count, like they got enough views for me to maybe pay, or you just things come across and you're like, you kind of see the seed of what something could be?
Yeah, no, when I first found the short for Lights Out, it hadn't been viewed really that many times. It wasn't really about sort of a pre-awareness issue. It was about talent, and you could really see the craftsmanship of the film showed real promise. And so the next step is you talk to the filmmaker behind it, and you can know within 5 minutes as if this is a guy who got lucky and put something together for 3 minutes that's really compelling, or if it's something more than that. And talking to David, it was an instant love connection. It was a director with a big vision, and when he asked me what I would do with it, he was like, you know, that's exactly the kind of movie I want to make, something that aspires, that's dramatic, that's really original, and that really was the guiding principle here. There's never been anything like this before, so we wanted to make sure that we were living up to the expectations of constantly doing the unexpected and trying to break from convention. When we first started, you're exactly right, the sort of universality of it became such an important thing. We've all had that moment where we're coming into our house late at night. We're trying to get the keys in the lock, and we think maybe we see something in the shadows, and we hope it's harmless. Maybe it's not harmless, and so everyone feels that fear. But now, as we've made the film, and we're showing the film to people in different parts of the world, every culture has their own unique interpretation of a demon like Diana, of a creature like Diana, because we've all tried to cement some manifestation of this in our minds. So I think it's one of the incredible things about how broadly relatable this will be all over the world, this universal fear of the dark, and us trying to find a focal point for it, And it reminded me of, I did a movie with Wes Craven, and it reminded me of Wes talking about how he came up with Freddy.
Yeah.
And the idea of these kids dying in their sleep and them all seeing the same image. And it's very, I think, reminiscent of Diana, this very unique horror villain that you've never seen before.
We need to find more light.